4 weeks in a row have been completed in the NFL season. We're on to week 5, so about 30% of the schedule is completed. And boy, we got some surprising so far teams that are looking good, and some teams that we thought would be in it looking bad. Some undefeated teams and some not and winless teams. Hey guys, AW here, Aaron Warrior, presenting you the latest SmackDown, my wrestling and sports channel for all your related content related to wrestling and sports. If you're into wrestling and into sports, this is the channel for you. If you don't like wrestling, then and if you like sports, this is a channel for you. And if you don't like sports and you're into wrestling, this is still the channel for you. This is a channel for all your wrestling and sports fans. Wrestling is wrestling. Sports, it doesn't matter which sport you're into. I talk about most of them, especially the 4 major ones in North America. That's hockey, basketball, football, and baseball. We're in the divisional playoffs in baseball. I'll be making a video on that tomorrow. Give you our predictions. You can advance to the championship league series in baseball, in the respective American League and National League. I'll give you our predictions of that, and then next week, when that series ends, I'll give you my championship series predictions and who's going to make it to the World Series. But before we get into the week 5 stuff, I'd like to remind you, if you're new here and if you're in all that stuff, please subscribe, please. I really appreciate it. Help me get to 500 subs. What would really help is that like button down below, smash it, click on it, and what would really help me too is able for you to share it out, so to let everybody else know about my channel. Friends, colleagues, family members, whatever, and also social media platforms so that you're able to share this out on Twitter or X now, Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, whatever social media platform you use. But let's get into week 5 of the NFL preview predictions for week 5. Now, this is not. Now, I'd like to remind you, this is not a gambling thing. This is just my week predictions on who's going to win in week 5. Don't bet, don't gamble, don't put any money based on my predictions. Go for the experts. Go for the experts that are into that field. I'm not one of them. Okay? So don't use me as a source. Don't use me as legitimate when you're betting on football. Okay? Don't use that. This is just predictions. Fun predictions. Now let's go to the Thursday night game. Tonight's game. Chicago Bears and Washington Commanders. The Chicago Bears look really bad. Really bad, 0-4. Washington Commanders, 2-2, but they haven't looked that bad. Sam Howell hasn't looked that bad. I'm going to go with the Washington Commanders here at home. Chicago Bears to, lose and go 0-5. Okay. Bills and Jaguars. Now, this game is happening in London, I believe, international game, right? Bills have looked really good as of late since their debacle blowing the game against the Jets with Zach Wilson. Jacksonville's 2-2. They should be better than they are. I think they're still the favorite in that division. The Texans look really good. They're young. They look really good. They look dangerous, possibly. But I'm going to go with Buffalo here to beat Jacksonville. This is in England, so this is the home game for Buffalo. It's not at Orchard Park, but I'm going to still go Buffalo here to go 4-1. Josh Allen's really looked dominant the last few games, and I think he's going to continue that dominance. This is a 9:30 game because you're playing overseas. Saints and Patriots, 2-2 versus a 1-3 team. Saints have a good defense. Their offense is stagnant, not that good right now, even though they got good offensive weapons. Patriots have no offense. Their best defensive player, Matt Judon, is out. Max Jones hasn't really looked good. I'm just going to go Saints here on the road, but to me, this is like 50-50. Colts and Titans. Colts, surprisingly, 2-2. Titans have looked good too. Richardson, he has some moments. But Tennessee is the better team. I'm going Tennessee here, winning the road over Indianapolis. Ravens and Steelers. Pittsburgh has not looked good. I don't know if Kenny Pickett's the answer. Their offense is not good. People are calling for the offensive coordinator to be fired. The defense should step up a bit. Surprisingly, they're strong. Their strength, the defense hasn't looked that strong, despite having arguably the defensive player of the year on the team right now, facing Baltimore. And I'm going to go with Baltimore here on the road. I think this is Baltimore's division to lose because I'm not. I don't know if I'm not high on Cincinnati right now. Lions and Panthers. Detroit might be the team to beat in the North. They look really, really good. They're really fun and young. They definitely take out the personality of their coach, Dan Campbell. Carolina, they're young. They're upcoming. Bryce Young's their future. But I think Detroit's going to take it here. I think their offense is too strong. So I'm going to go Detroit here to go 4-1. Texas and Falcons. This is a hard game to predict because I think Houston has looked good. That should be better, but I'm not sold on Desmond Ridder yet. Houston has actually looked good. Stroud has looked good. They got some weapons on that team. I don't know, man. I think I'll go with Falcons at home. I know, probably a stupid pick. Yeah. Look. Miami really didn't do well against Buffalo, right? Their offense, they only managed to put up 20 points, but they gave up 48. The Giants, to me, they can't score. They've been shut out twice, I think twice already, or at least 3 points in two of the 4 games already. And they're bad. They have no offense. Barkley is their offense. Daniel Jones, I was never sold on. They're on the road. I think the Giants are in trouble here. I think they're one of the fluky teams from last year. I think they're one of those teams that surprise teams that will make the playoffs, but then next year will not make the playoffs. There's always in the NFL, you have one of those 2 or 3 teams make the playoffs, and the next year won't make the playoffs. And I think New York Giants are clearly one of those teams. And I think Miami is going to dominate the Giants. And the Giants don't have a bad defense, but I think their defense cannot hold Miami. I think Miami is going to win here on the road. Miami's going to go at home. Miami's going to go 4-1. Bengals and Cardinals. Look, Cardinals are 1-3, but they have not looked like a team that's trying to tank, if you ask me. They actually look better than everybody expected, right? Yeah, they get that big win against Dallas. Surprising, and they shouldn't have. Cincinnati, to me, Burrows hasn't looked good. I think he's hurt still. It's clearly he's still favoring, but they got to beat Arizona. I mean, but am I confident? Because Arizona has looked actually better than I thought. Even the 1-3, their record indicates it might be easily 2-2. But I'm gonna go Cincinnati here. I think they need this win. I think if they don't beat Arizona, I don't think they're gonna come. I don't think that there's a chance for them to win this. I don't think there's a chance they're gonna win the North. They can't go down 1-4. That's for sure. Eagles and Rams. The Rams are better than they were last year. I'll give them that. The Pukaruna, whatever his name is, the 5th rounder wide receiver, so like obviously he's a steal of the draft, right? Steal of the draft. You got Philadelphia 4-0. To me, they're 4-0, but they haven't looked like a team that should be 4-0, if you ask me. I don't think they have put everything together. I don't know if this is a game, but I'm gonna go with my upset here. I'm gonna go with the Rams here. This is my upset. So my underdog. I'm gonna go with the Rams here to give Philadelphia the first loss. Yeah, I'm crazy. Jets and Broncos. I don't know, man. Both bad teams. Jets almost pulled it off against KC. Broncos actually won. Russell Wilson hasn't looked great, but he hasn't looked terrible like last year. He's been actually decent. The Jets have the defense. They have offensive weapons. I'm going to go Denver here because I'm not sold on Zach Wilson. I mean, I have more faith in Russell Wilson than I have in Zach Wilson because of his resume. I know last year was an outlier for Russell Wilson. Terrible, but I still have more confidence in Russell Wilson. I'm going with Denver here. Vikings and Chiefs. Wow. This could be a hugely offensive game and a fun game, the Sunday night game. Because Kansas City, I think their offense hasn't looked that good this season. Their defense is good. I don't think their offense is there. Now, they got Kelsey, right? I don't know if Taylor Swift is going to be at the game. I don't know. Maybe they'll say something, or maybe they should be at the game. I don't know. But they got Kelsey. But the receivers, they don't have a good receiving core. I'm sorry. They're receivers. Patrick Mahomes hasn't looked like Patrick Mahomes, if you ask me, this season. And maybe that's the product of the receivers, the receiving core, not Kelsey, or maybe it's the offensive line. I don't know. Minnesota, to me, should be better than 1-3 because Kirk Cousins is dealing out there. dealing out there. One is doing great out there. I mean, they're surprising 1-3, and Kirk Cousins has another good game where he's dealing, and they go 1-4. I'm like, whoa, this Minnesota. I'll be like, Minnesota, man, you were such an enigma, man. You should be better than 1-4. I do think Minnesota could be Kansas City. Look, Kansas City is still the favorite, obviously the Super Bowl winners, right? But I'm not 100% sold on Kansas City as good as last year. Honestly, I don't think they might be good as last year. I'm gonna go Minnesota here. Yeah. Yeah. Then you got 49ers and Cowboys. Their arch enemy. 49ers are only game team that's not defeated. Dallas is 3-1. Their losses to Arizona. Their defense look good, but no, definitely not against Arizona. San Francisco eliminated Dallas twice in the playoffs in the past few years. Brock Purdy's actually looked pretty good. He hasn't done anything that cost San Francisco any chance of losing. They got a good offensive weapons. They got a good defense. I'm gonna go San Francisco here to go 5-0. Now we got to the Monday night game. Packers and Raiders. I'm gonna go Packers here. No. I might go Raiders. I'm gonna go Raiders here in the Monday night game. Jordan Love hasn't looked that bad. Well, since it's not Garoppolo, I think they say Garoppolo's out. I'm gonna go Packers here. So those are my predictions for Week 5. Tell me you guys think down below your predictions for Week 5, and remember, like, share, and subscribe. And thank you guys.